Listen up, guys. If you think sex is the only thing that attracts women, you've been lied to. Because science shows there are psychological triggers that make women fall harder, faster, and deeper. And they have nothing to do with looks or money. If you miss even one of these, you might be sabotaging yourself without even knowing it. So watch this video till the very end, or you're going to miss the one trick that women say makes them addicted to you. Here's the truth most men never hear. Women don't just want a guy who can turn them on physically. They want a guy who can turn them on emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That's why some guys who are not rich, not tall, not even conventionally handsome, still get the girl. It's because they understand what's going on inside her brain, and they press the right buttons. The first psychological trigger is calm confidence, not arrogance, not fake alpha male posturing. Women notice when a man can walk into a room and doesn't need to prove himself. He just knows his value. It shows in your body language. Slow, steady movements, a relaxed smile, good eye contact. Pro tip: next time you talk to a woman, slow down your speech by 10%. It makes you sound more grounded, more in control, and yes, more attractive. Women are wired to look for safety, not just physical safety, but emotional safety. If you can make her feel like she can be herself around you without judgment, she will open up. This means listening, really listening, without immediately trying to fix everything. Most guys hear a problem and jump straight to solutions. But here's the secret. Sometimes she doesn't want a solution. She just wants to be heard. If you can hold space for her feelings, you become rare, and rare is attractive. Trigger number 3 is playfulness. Women love a man who can make them laugh, not by telling cheesy jokes, but by being playful, witty, teasing her just enough to create tension. This creates what psychologists call dopamine spikes, the same brain chemical that makes us addicted to games and social media. A playful man becomes a mental addiction. The fourth thing that turns women on more than sex? A man with a mission. Women are drawn to men who are building something, whether that's a career, a passion project, or just becoming a better version of themselves. When she sees you focused on growth, she feels safe joining your story because your life has direction. Ask yourself right now, if someone followed me around for a week, would they see a man with a mission or a man just scrolling on his phone? Be honest. This one shift alone changes everything. The fifth psychological trigger is curiosity. When you stop making conversations about impressing her and start making them about discovering her, she feels seen. Ask her questions nobody asks, not, "Where are you from?" but what's something you've always wanted to try but never had the courage to do? Not, "What do you do?" but, "What would you be doing if money wasn't an issue?" When you go deep, she feels an emotional spark that most guys never create. Here's something powerful. Women love a man who can express more than one emotion. Most men live in 2 gears, neutral or angry. But if you can show excitement, passion, sadness, even vulnerability, without losing your masculine frame, you become magnetic. Because now you're not just a mystery, you're a full human. That's what allows her to feel safe sharing her emotions too. Women love stories, and you become the most interesting man in her life when you're living a story worth telling. Take her somewhere unexpected. Turn a regular date into a fun challenge. Show her that life with you will never be boring. And here's the thing. We're just getting started. The next 9 triggers are even deeper, including the one thing that makes a woman chase you. All right, this is where most guys mess it up. They think attraction is about touching as soon as possible, but the truth is, sexual tension is built in the moments before touch. Hold her gaze for a second longer than normal. Pause before you answer. Let there be silence. That silence is where her brain fills in the blanks, and that's what makes her heart race. Tension is not about what you do. It's about what you don't rush. Here's something most men are afraid to do. Be a challenge. If you agree with everything she says, laugh at every joke, and act like she can do no wrong, you stop being attractive. Why? Because you remove the tension. Women want a man who respects her but won't bend his values just to keep her happy. So politely disagree when you really do. Challenge her opinions playfully. Make her earn your time and attention, not because you're playing games, but because you respect yourself. The next psychological trigger is emotional leadership. When life throws chaos, and it will, she is looking at you to see how you respond. Do you panic? Do you get angry? Or do you take a breath, ground yourself, and lead? A man who can stay calm under pressure becomes her anchor. He becomes the man she trusts, not just with fun moments, but with life's storms. And trust me, when a woman can trust you with her heart, intimacy becomes 10 times more powerful. This one is subtle but life-changing. Masculine presence means you are fully here, not distracted by your phone, not thinking about tomorrow, but here, right now. When you look at her, really look. When you touch her hand, slow down and feel it. When she talks, put the phone down, lean in slightly, and let her feel that all your attention is on her. Presence is rare in today's world, and rare is attractive. A man who understands polarity knows this secret. Women love when a man creates space for her to relax into her feminine energy. You do this by taking initiative, making the plans, choosing the spot, handling the details. Not because she can't, but because she gets to let go and simply enjoy. This is why a date that you plan from start to finish feels completely different for her than one where she has to decide everything. She feels safe, taken care of, and that's when her most playful, soft, feminine side comes out. Let's talk about something women secretly crave: playful dominance. This doesn't mean controlling her. It means leading with strength but also lightness. It's the difference between saying, "What do you want to do?" and saying, "Hey, I know a place you're going to love. Meet me at 7. That tiny shift tells her you're decisive. And decisiveness is incredibly attractive. You can be fun, sexy, playful. But if you're inconsistent, she won't stay. Women are biologically wired to seek stability. Show up when you say you will. Keep your word even on the small things. When she sees that your actions match your words, she can relax into the connection. And that's when intimacy grows deeper than ever. One of the most underrated turn-ons? A man who is always growing. Read books, learn new skills, push yourself physically and mentally. When she sees you investing in yourself, she feels excited about the future, because she knows life with you will keep evolving. Remember, attraction isn't static. If you stop growing, the relationship stops growing. Be the man who keeps leveling up, not just for her, but for yourself. And finally, the most powerful trigger of all. Be the man who can walk away, not in anger, not to manipulate, but because you know your worth. When a woman feels that you want her, but don't need her to complete you, something shifts. She feels free to choose you. And that's when she truly gives you her heart. So here's your challenge. Don't just watch this video and forget it. Pick one of these triggers and practice it this week. Because knowledge doesn't change your life. Action does. You now have the blueprint to become the man women are deeply drawn to, without pretending to be someone you're not. Go live it. Become that man. And watch how women respond differently, starting today. Hey, before we dive deeper, quick reminder. If you're serious about becoming the man women can't stop thinking about, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. I post real psychology-backed advice that helps you upgrade your confidence, your dating life, and your mindset. Also, smash that like button. If this video is already giving you value, it tells YouTube this is worth sharing with other men who need it. And if you know a friend who keeps getting stuck in the friend zone, share this video with him. You might just change his life.